Let's talk recovery, because recovery is half the part of your training. Or better yet, it's more than half. Because, your body has the mechanism, right? If you give it a certain hit, you give it a stimulus, it will come back stronger. It's called overcompensation. And it's kind of like in high school or middle school, you push your friend, your friend is like, hey, what the fuck? And then he pushes back harder. And then you can push back harder too. It's kind of like the same stuff, Except this time, we want the body to push back harder. That's the cool thing. That's how we get stronger. But we have to give the body time to give that push, Because if you recover just as much as you train, well, then your body doesn't have time for like the overcompensation part. It will recover right until where you left off, and then you give the push back. It's not going to be able to push back stronger than before, So you have to give the body time to recover. And that might sound strange from someone who runs and trains every day, and then yesterday was feeling so tired he couldn't do legs, but did forearms anyway. But the last part, I did forearms instead, is kind of like the point I want to make, Because I'm not saying you have to train every day. I'm saying you have to look out for 3 factors. In training, there's 3 factors. There is frequency, which for me is very high. There is intensity, and there's volume. And it's basically like the endless switch where if you turn one on or one halfway, one of the others has to go down. And so what you can't do is put everything to the max, because then you burn out. So for me, what I did is I put my frequency very high. I train every day, and I just don't want to take a day off. So what I do to compensate for that is I put my volume very low. As you might notice in today's training as well, I don't do a lot of sets, and if I do a lot of sets, not all of them are to the max, or maybe none of them are to the max. So my training volume each day is very limited, and that allows me to recover. So it's not like I'm just going balls to the walls with this training every day, I'm actively thinking about, hey, can I recover from whatever I'm doing? And if I made a mistake somewhere, like yesterday, I wasn't feeling it, then I adjust. Now, this frequency, volume, intensity, what is the right amount for you? You kind of have to feel it, And in the beginning, that's very difficult. So for me, I'm not following a program anymore. But for beginners, oftentimes, it's nice to have a program, because if you have a program, then you can basically follow it, and you can see by yourself what's going on, what's going right with this, what's going wrong, what could I improve. So in the beginning, you can learn from a program, and then basically go from there. Adjust it for yourself, because no one is the same. Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's going to do different training. And what I just want to say is, for beginners, I would say, if you're like struggling or have struggled in the past to get started, and you're giving it another go, first of all, good on you. Very nice. I'm happy for you. Second of all, I have to watch when I'm running. And third of all, I would personally recommend trying with high frequency first. High frequency low volume, low intensity every day. Because how many people start training and then it's too intense, they have too much muscle aches, which in the beginning, trust me, not a lot of people like having muscle aches. They don't like having stiff muscles. And it leads to them saying, well, I'm not good enough for this, I can't do this. Guess what? You are good enough, you can do it. You just have to start slow. It's what I mentioned yesterday. You bite off more than you can chew, and you choke. You're not choking the chicken, you're choking yourself, and you're gonna drop dead before you even started. So, instead, I would recommend start with high frequency. Why? Because high frequency allows you to learn a lot. It's like playing the piano. The piano doesn't get you tired physically. Mentally, it does, I guess. I couldn't play the piano. But it's high frequency, and if you do it every day, then you get to learn the piano quickly. Training is the same, you know. If you do it more, then you have more opportunity, or more frequently, you have more opportunity to learn, and you will know faster, hey, I can handle XYZ, but I cannot handle ABC. So I think that's a good one, you know, for beginners. And also, doing it this way, you have more time to play around with, you know, what exercises do I like? What kind of training do I like? Oh, the biker almost fell. I guess I have to watch out as well. So, yeah, I would just say in the beginning, high frequency, try out a lot of stuff. Try to find what you like and try to progress in it, because that's gonna keep you going. So, you're past the beginner stage. You're past like the first 1 to 2 weeks, I guess. You're like, okay, 2 weeks, I can continue. Now it's time to progress from a beginner to someone who generally loves training and keeps doing it for the rest of his life. So what you can do from there is to progress, gradually play with the 3 parameters. Play with frequency, play with volume, play with the intensity of your exercise. And if you adjust those, you'll start to notice, hey, I can handle a bit more volume, or I can handle a bit more intensity, but I cannot handle both at the same time, although I want to. So let's down the frequency. Let's introduce one more rest day to handle volume and frequency. And by playing around like this, you will find what's right for you at all times. So yeah, give that a go and let me know how it goes. So today I'm doing a longer run. I'm feeling fine again. And after that, it's revenge on leg day. See you there. Okay, today we have the long-awaited leg day. I'm doing pistol squats with 30 kilos again. Last time we did them for the first time and got 4 reps. Today I would like to surpass that and get 6. Basically, what I do is I start some kind of exercise and then I just try to improve upon it every time I do it. So I started the pistol squats last time. Now I want to get more and more and more until I feel like I can't grow the exercise anymore. And then I switch to something different, more volume related. And after the volume period, I switch back to whatever I was doing before. So that's basically kind of what I'm doing for everything, right? So I also do this for planche and front lever. I basically do pull-ups and then I do more pull-ups and more pull-ups. And then I switch to something different. So yeah, that's how I progress. Today, 30 kilos. Let's go for 6. I have some Linkin Park to play and I hope I can get it. Oof. 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 Come on, more. Seven. Seven big boys. Deja vu, right? We had 7 big boys for the Nordic curl as well. Holy shit, I fall and I can't get up. What the hell? Alright, let's see. I got 7 on left. Got to repeat the same for the right. Basically, I'm doing a set every 3 minutes, so one set is left, the other one is right. Last time I did 3 sets. I think today 2 sets will be enough, because the more you get used to the exercise, the more your body learns to put every ounce of power you have into it, the more difficult it becomes to recover. So intensity is going up as we learn how to do the exercise, you know. Whew. That was very good. I'm glad I didn't do it yesterday. Alright, so the result is pretty much the same for left and right. I could only do 2 reps. Let me turn off the music for a second. What I conclude from that is I didn't need the second set. You know, I'm not even able to do a third of what I was able to do on the first one, which means the first set by itself was intense enough for one training. So next time I will probably only do 1 set of pistol squats, and then the rest will just be accessory. Speaking of which, I'm moving to now. I will again move to the pistol leg press, but this one as well I will only do for 2 sets today, I believe. Last time I did 4. Today I think I will just do 1 straight set, and then 1 set with the weight, and then drop down to just body weight, and then do a rest pause and try to get even more. That should be very intense as well. And then after that I got something else planned as well. But first things first, pistol leg press. Fuck. All right, that's number 1. Number 2 is gonna be drop set rest pause mumbo jumbo. Whew. All right, I will do this alternating as well. So weighted left leg, weighted right leg, then drop left leg, right leg, and then again left leg, right leg. So this is some Sam Stulek type of stuff, right? Alternating sets. Okay, so I just found out that when I do it weighted, I can turn into the pole a bit, and then it's easier to balance. Whew. Right, no slowing down, body weight. Come on, come on. Holy fucking shit. That was one intense set. Oh my goodness. If you haven't tried stuff like this before, go for it. Especially on this leg press thingy, because you don't need as much balance as the pistol squat. So that's not gonna be an issue, and you can just go all out, destroy your quadriceps, put them in the garbage and forget about them for multiple days. Although I don't think I will forget this tomorrow. I will feel them heavily. Alright, so now I'm gonna move on to the last exercise of the day, which will be a bit more volume based. And the reason for that is because, yes, I'm in sort of a power phase, low rep, but usually when I do that, even then I don't go as low of reps as this. So just to get some extra blood flowing in the quadriceps, although they're pretty fucking pumped to be honest, I'm gonna do squats. I'm gonna give myself 1 minute to do maximum squats with 30 kilos, so the exact same weight as I used for the pistol squats. I'm now gonna use for normal squats. I'm gonna give myself 1 minute, which is a lot of time to feel a good burn, but hopefully not enough to completely destroy myself so that I won't be able to recover for next time. And if I do, well then, we'll see. It's the first time I'm trying this with this weight, so no way to know but to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Okay, so for these close stance, elevated heels, if you know how much those two factors make your quad burn. So this is like Tom Platt's style squatting, except I'm not doing it with 230 kilos, but I'm doing it with 30. But anyway, we all have to start somewhere. So yeah, I'm gonna give myself 1 minute like I said, and I'm gonna put on some good music, and let's see how many we can get. Let's aim for 40. Maybe that's a bit of a big number, I don't know. Fuck. Oh. Alright, drops it. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. Alright, so I overestimated myself by a lot. I have zero clue how many I did. I really don't know. Let me count. What the fuck? Right, so I got 25 with 30 kilos. I have a nice pump, you know, still some work to do, but it's getting better. Unfortunately, like because of the knee surgery I had a few years ago, I'm unable to really flex my other leg, but you know, I'm trying to work on the legs. Anyway, 25, you know, I think it's possible to get 40, especially because, you know, this was at the end of training. If I do it in the beginning, I'll get 40, but, you know, I'll keep doing this at the end maybe, and then try to get 40 that way. Although, if at the end of your training, you're not able to get a PR, that means you tried harder in the first half of your training, so there's not really a way to go for a PR at the end of your training and then be disappointed because either you got your PR or you just know, well, I'm so spent in the rest of my training that I'm not able to PR anymore. So yeah, good side on both. Anyway, today's training did not require a lot of sets. I think I did 4 sets for the main exercises and then the one finisher, 5 sets. But that's exactly what I was talking about. You know, if you consider frequency, volume, and intensity, either you have one of them and the other has to go down. It's just inevitable. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to recover. And recovery is the most important thing. It's more than half of your training because you have to recover more to overcompensate for your previous training. So for me, frequency is high. That means that my trainings itself are more condensed, you know. I have less sets because I do like the intensity. Anyway, next time, let's see, maybe we can aim for 10 reps on the pistol squat, you know? The more you do these sets, the more you do these exercises, the more you get used to them. So it's not only your strength that's improving, but also your technique. And then because of your technique improvement, you can dash out more of your power, and these sets just become more intense and intense. So next time, I'll probably be only doing 1 set. Yeah, I'm actually looking quite forward to it because 7 is like unheard of for me. It's like new territory in terms of pistol squats. And, you know, having a knee like mine with surgery, it's scary doing squats, but it's also rewarding when you get stronger. So yeah, again, I'm always saying this at the end of my training, but I'm looking forward to the next training. So I'll see you there.